Hey guys, welcome back to the next tutorial slash class slash video slash whatever you want to call it. And today I'm going to teach you guys about layering. What is layering? Why it's seriously important, whether that be in a video editing standpoint or like photography or anything, because it really is everything. It's organization, it's the way something will be presented, the way it's going to look. Layering is so important that if you don't understand layering, you're going to get a lot of headaches. Lord knows, you know, I'm self-taught in all this and it took me forever to truly understand layering. So I'm going to go ahead and let's get started. So one way I'm going to explain layering is with this picture. So if you look at the picture, you see you have like tiles of colors on top of each other, spread it out so you can see each one individually. But that right there is a perfect representation of what layering is. And I'm also going to use examples like cakes and stuff. But anyway, I mean, for example, let's start with this picture. So with this picture, we have one color right here in front, which is this color you see here, right? Then the second picture would be this color. It's really small, but you can see it individually. And then you can see how both of these will look when they're mixed. You have the third one right here. And again, if you go right to this square, you can see that that's when all three of those pictures are combined. And so on and so forth until you go all the way down. And then you go right here, which is essentially almost all the colors. Not really. But anyway, point is, that is what layering is, right? So another way to understand layering is, think of it like this. Let's say then, we are going to make, let's say we're going to make a cake, like I said, right? So this white picture is going to be the cake. Or this is going to represent one of our layers for the cake. When we make a cake, what do we have first? We have our base, right? We have our, I don't know if there's any bakers out there, but you have like the cake itself, like the, you know, the mixture and all that, okay? And then you gotta bake that mixture, make it puffy, and then you have the base of the cake. So here is the base, right? Next, what would be next for a cake? I don't know, I'm not a baker, but I'm gonna say frosting. So you go ahead and add frosting to the cake, right? That's our second layer. Now, for this example, let's say I put frosting all over my cake, so now my cake went from white, for example, using the example of this, of course. My cake went from white, because that's the color of this section, to now light blue. So when we look at the preview, all we see, is light blue, right? But then now let's say, I want to add sprinkles, right? So I go ahead and I add the next layer. Although, for picture reasons, you see how now when I added my sprinkles, or my pink layer, this layer covered up every other layer under it, right? That's because I put that pink picture on top of the other two. So if you're looking at it from a downward point, essentially what you did is I covered everything else in this color. So that's why this color is only being shown. But if I were to move aside some of these layers, you're going to see the layer below it. So when I move down this pink to the side, there's the light blue that I had, which is right here, right? And then if I go to the light blue and I move that aside, there's the white. So why is one on top of the other in terms of this? Is because I have white as my base, which means it's the first thing / the last thing that you're gonna see, right? Second is the blue. So if you look here, white is all the way in the bottom. You see the blue covering the white. And then we can see the pink, because the pink is the most top layer covering both the blue and the white. So I'm hoping the more I say this, the more you understand that it's literally going like this. We're layering one on top of the other. And then let's go ahead and finish it off with what? I don't know, happy birthday to whoever. And that's gonna represent the black. And then now we have our cake. But I'm gonna again scoot this over to the side. And now as you can see every single color there that I have in the mixture. And I made it visible by again moving it to the side. And let's say this is our final product. Now again, why is this important? Because when you have your video and you want to start adding stuff to it, you want to add textures, you want to add visual effects, you want to add text, you know, you want to, I don't know, change the color for one scene and have the other scene be the regular color that it came in. That's a lot of mixing of things, and if you don't start learning how to layer things properly, especially something as easy as text, you're gonna realize like, oh man, I never put that as a top layer, now I can't see it, or I could have sworn I added this effect, but you know what you did, you put a different effect on top of that effect, and that just completely covered it. So as you can see, it gets pretty detailed, but let me show you one last way, or reason rather, why layering is really important. Alright, so why is it important? You know, overall, the basic one would be just text. So here I have a text section, so I'm going to go ahead and add a text, and I'm going to say welcome to class 4. learning about layering. Okay, now, actually for this purpose, I'm going to change the color of the text. I might as well just do a gradient fill. You'll see it. See, there it is right there. Now, as you can see, I have the white on the bottom, and I have my text on top, right? My text is in this timeline section, which that section is on top of this one. So again, layering. My base, my second graphic. Now, if I were to accidentally one day, as I'm messing things around, putting things where I think they belong, and let's say I put this one down, bring up my white, and then you don't even notice it or see that you did that, as when you click play, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, I just put text. Why is my text not showing? Why is it a white box? That's because, again, you put your white box over the text. You need to have what you really want to be shown on screen always on top. Okay, you gotta really understand. You have to think of editing also as layers. So when you're editing the regular video, A-roll, you can just cut that up. You have nothing to do on top of that, right? Good. B-roll. B-roll, your secondary roll of film, is going to be on top of that because that is going to be shown in replacement of whatever A was going to be. So that is one way we're going to learn layering, which again, I'll actually do in another video where I'll teach you guys how to do B-roll. That way you can get an even more better understanding of layering. But this right here is basically the whole gist of layering, is to make sure that whatever is on top of the other gets shown, and because that is one, what you're intending to do, and two, even if you do this on accident, you need to understand what you did in order to reverse it, because if not, you're gonna have a whole world of headaches, and I'm trying to make sure you guys don't go through that. But this was a pretty quick video, just like the last one, so hopefully that was enough explanation and such, and if you got the layering concept, great. If not, rewatch the video, practice this on your own, start getting familiar with what I mean, because the more as we progress through these classes, the more I'm going to just naturally start layering things for other examples, and you can actually visually see like, oh, Tony put this here, put this one here, and I noticed he got this effect. That's cool, I want to try that. So, you know, just think about it like that. But for now, that's it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully, like I said, I explained things well. If I did, and if you are enjoying these, please go ahead and give me a like. It helps me out, lets me understand that you guys do like these. And if you have anything you want to learn or any comments about this, leave them in the comment section. I'll go ahead and answer whatever questions you guys have. And if you're new, thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, take care.